Sunday, week 16 wrapping up. We have a day to discuss. Welcome to the favorites presented by DraftKings. I'm your host, Brandon Kravitz, joined by my fellow degenerates, Kendra Middleton and Stuckey. We've got goats and woats queued up. We'll get you all set and ready before the Sunday night football game, a good one between the Patriots and the Ravens, kicks off. Our biggest takeaways from the Sunday slate. We've got a fast pass parlay to get to for Colts 49ers. The parlay is cooked. The Cowboys are my woat, spineless, gutless loss to the LA Chargers, but a wild finish that just wrapped up seconds ago between the Lions and the Steelers. Lions down by the goal line, penalties aplenty. Stuckey, what in the world did we just see at the end of this game?
Good offerings you brought us this week. You tweeted our faces when you brought us your two bets, which were the Cowboys and the Dolphins, who lost by a combined 41 points.
Was that it? It felt like more in my soul.
So, yeah, that Lions game was insane. Flags, just typical NFL. Just the whole drive, flags, penalties. Ends on an OPI on a play they ruled was a touchdown. I didn't actually know that rule. I consider myself a rule book connoisseur. I thought they would get to play, they would get to replay the down because they ruled it a touchdown. But no, and that will likely end the Lions season. The Christmas slate is also horrendous. We have, I mean, this Christmas slate, and it's so funny in the NFL, like their commercial packages trying to tease it. Like you have Broncos, Chiefs, you can't even show Mahomes. It's going to be a Ludicon versus Knicks. You got Brosmer, who's probably going to start for the Vikings versus the Lions corpse after that game, whoever's left on their roster. And then you have Josh Johnson. Is he going to start for the Commanders against the Cowboys corpse? That's our Christmas slate. You're gonna make
Merry
people pull up.
Christmas, America.
You're gonna make people pull up Netflix for that.
Happy
Uh,
birthday, Jesus. I'm sorry your party's so lame.
so at least like next weekend's games will be great because we'll get all the bad games out of the way. But a win for the NBA and the NFL. They're trying to
Huge
take
win
over
for the
every day,
NBA.
and then they're trying to take away all these rules that prevent quarterback injuries, and we have like every team has a third string quarterback now. But yeah, Lions Steelers, pretty crazy game. My biggest takeaway was, I mean, the Lions are a mess on both sides,
Yeah.
but when did, besides Parker Washington, our Jags, by the way, are good. Hopefully, you finally admit it, Kendra. When did Kenneth Gainwell become the best player in the NFL? I mean, he's incredible.
Yeah, were the Eagles holding out on us this whole time, or is this a new level that he's hit? I don't know if he's been good this whole time, or if it's just catching dump offs from Aaron Rodgers makes you this good. But yeah, he's
Dump balls. He had the catch of the year for
Yeah.
at the end of the half. It was a huge play to get it to 10-10. That was
I'm
like
in my
an
fantasy
Antonio
championship.
Freeman-esque.
He's carrying me.
He's on your
I'm
fantasy team?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm so fantasy. This is the first week without fantasy for me, and I'm just a battered mess. But Kendra, how about those Jacksonville Jaguars? I didn't end up betting the side, but I took the over, so I was able to cash on the game myself. And wow, we are a Jags podcast after all. Kendra has a Jags onesie on, I think I don't know what the hell that is, but wow, your team is good.
I am jagging off harder than I've ever jagged off in my entire life. I tweeted before the game, I was like, I've never, ever, ever felt confident in the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm either going to be super happy or super disappointed today. I never even for a second had a doubt in my mind from the minute we had this podcast the other day through the game. I don't know what it was. For once, I wasn't sweaty. I was just ready to go, locked in. So glad I faded Denver. Screw you guys and that stupid satanic ass horse by your airport. I'm a light one up for you guys. RIP. Thank you for the W. See you on the playoffs, maybe. So glad we got Auburn Bo Nix and not Oregon Bo Nix. National media, acknowledge us.
That was wonderful. Somebody cut that, throw that on socials, please. I'm gonna need that on repeat. Parker fucking Washington. Have
Top
yourself
one, Terry
a day.
Water.
I mean,
Parker,
Trevor's playing.
Parker Washington is amazing. Trevor Lawrence was on. He started the game on third downs against that Denver defense on the road. 5 of 5 on third downs for 140 yards. And now Kendra, you're a Chargers gal too. Chargers beat the Broncos. Jags win out. against the Colts and the Titans. Jags 1 seed.
My darlings are having a year between me being a Jags fan, the Chargers, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Panthers. Your girls have. I had a day. Let me tell you.
By the way, I will say, going back to that Steelers game, the other big takeaway from that, because we have the Sunday night game coming up, the Ravens can still guarantee that the Week 18 game at Pittsburgh is would be for the AFC North, but they have to win tonight and they got to win at Green Bay, or they win tonight or next week and then have the Steelers lose at Cleveland. Thoughts are with Quinshon Judkins, nasty injury.
Wouldn't even re-show it on the telecast. Never a good sign.
But this game becomes much more important tonight for the Ravens. Like if the Lions had won and the Ravens had won, next week was meaningless for both the Ravens and Steelers. That's no longer the case.
It was already must win.
Must win.
So that is also part of the dead parlay. Sorry, hand up on that one. The Titans came through against the Kansas City Chiefs. If last week was the death of the dynasty, then this was the funeral. Wow, was that ugly for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Good.
I don't know what to make of it for Tennessee. I think this is just more about how bad the Chiefs are in their current state. Kendra, do you read this any other way?
I hate the Chiefs. Haters like me have been praying for this downfall forever. Prayers up to Gardner Minshew, but the Chiefs suck. Hate you guys. I'm a hater to my core. See ya.
If you're the Chiefs, you might as well lose out. You might as well finally get a decent draft pick. But man, I mean, that's Chiefs fans. This time last year they had won 23 of 24, and they had dreams of a three-peat. And now you have Chris Aludicon in the game at Tennessee getting blown out, and you're eliminated from the playoffs. That's a sobering Sunday. So yeah, I mean, the Chiefs looked pretty lifeless, and I wouldn't expect much from them the rest of the season.
Travis Kelce's gonna retire for sure.
Yes. So yeah, I mean,
Did you guys see his
the
like
Titans.
cryptic post or like cryptic like quote when he was like, "For once, I like know when the season ends" or whatever?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
I
mean,
saw
that doesn't
some.
really sound cryptic. Usually he doesn't know because he's in the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like usually he just doesn't say anything, but there was like some quote that somebody made a graphic out of him saying for like the first time in a long time, I know when the season ends. So I take that as like he like knows when he's gonna say goodbye type of thing.
I do wonder if maybe he tries to push to play somewhere else. He's got like
He's
just
getting
enough
married to a
left.
billionaire. Ride off into the sunset. Do your podcast. You're never you got your money up, you got your funny up, get out.
So
Votes
I
and
did.
votes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I would like to. Well, I already threw out one of my votes is the Cowboys. My other has to be the Miami Dolphins. I mean, they showed. It looked like Mike McDaniel had his little pet project cooking there at the beginning of the game. Quinn Ewers looked all right, and then it all just went sideways. But that honestly, I don't feel that bad about the bet. And I don't feel that bad about Ewers. Next week, they're +3 as it stands right now against the Bucks. And I'll sit and think on that one and
Oh,
crunch
God.
some numbers. We'll see.
I mean,
It's the
Baker Mayfield.
defense that's the
Baker
defense is the
Mayfield's a mess
problem.
right now.
It's not the quarterback though, Stucky. It's the defense that you
Did
can't.
you see
Oh,
the
yeah,
game or did you see the outfit he wore in his post game presser?
I did
It was
not.
like he was like cosplaying a frat boy at Texas A&M. It was certainly a choice.
Well, the Dolphins secondary is still they cannot defend the pass, and Baker Mayfield right now is bottom three quarterback over the
Back
last
to
2 months.
Baker.
He's been horrendous. I don't know if he's hurt or what, but yeah, the Bucks are a bad team right now. The
I
Dolphins
didn't catch that. Did you scoff at the idea of betting the Dolphins next week, or are you at least
probably.
considering
I
it?
mean, I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. I will say my woe is the the officials today were bad. I had a good day, so I don't have too many woes. My my woe is Josh Johnson. I had the Commanders yesterday. This wasn't from today, but I thought they were going to win that game until Mariota got hurt. And I mean, Josh Johnson's not a functional quarterback right now. Then he threw that pick, which was if you just throw it to the other team. My goat, Ashton Genty. Tried to tell you guys the Raiders spot, 51-25-1 now, double-digit dogs, back-to-back weeks after they don't cover the first week. And by the way, and we were at the top of the market on the Texans. The Texans got dominated in that game. At one point, it was 315 to 201 in yardage, 5.9 yards per play to 3.9. The Texans got bailed out. They had a pick six. They had a BS PI that led to a touchdown, and then another BS PI that ended the game. The Raiders outplayed them on their field. Usually get the best effort after a team gets embarrassed getting shut out. So shout out to Ashton Genty, who apparently just needed to see the best defense in the NFL to get going. He had
Yeah.
128 yards rushing and 60 yards receiving with 188 scrimmage yards.
Who's this guy
And
think
Geno
he is?
wasn't bad
Kenneth
after that
Gainwell?
pick
My
six.
God.
What's that?
Who's this guy think he is? Kenneth Gainwell? Welcome to the 2025 season, by the way, Genty.
Yes. And then Geno was okay after the horrible pick six. I still do not trust the Texans offense to be good enough to win a Super Bowl. That's not anything can happen, but like that's what's I think is inevitably going to hold them back. But yeah, shout out to the Raiders. And now you have the Raiders Giants next week, the Tank Bowl for the number one pick.
Great call on the Raiders. You took some ugly ones today and they cashed. So my GOAT would be Bryce Young. Came through. The Sad Cats strike again. 12th game-winning drive in his career. This guy's like the Grim Reaper at the end of games, especially when he's at home and especially when he's an underdog. So that's it for me. Bryce Young.
That's eight outright wins as a dog this year for the Panthers. I would guess, Evan is here. I would guess that's an NFL record through 16 weeks. Am I correct, Evan?
Yeah, but it's tied with Washington, I believe, in 2015 for the most in the Super Bowl era.
Like for the season or through 16 weeks?
Through the season, for a regular season.
They'll have one more chance against the Bucks again.
That's right, because that one will be in Tampa, so they'll definitely be underdogs in that one. Kendra, goats and woats.
Goat, Trevor Lawrence. We already talked about Parker Washington, so I have to say Trevor Lawrence. I mean, 14 touchdowns, 0 picks in the last couple of weeks. Just absolutely balling. I love that Liam Cohen has just gone out there and let him sling it. I think that he was one of these late developer quarterbacks. I still feel like we're probably going to see him regress to old Trevor at some point before this season's over against inferior opponents because that just feels inevitable. My vote is going to be the Raiders. I hate the Houston Texans. I want them to go away. I was hoping that they would bury them. I had that game on my TV and the Jags on my laptop, and they were so close. Pete Carroll, I'm mad at you.
Pete Carroll's caused some internet outrage throughout the course of the year.
He's in my doghouse right now.
We're going to talk Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football in a moment, but first, let's toss it back to Kendra for a word about DraftKings.
The Favorites podcast has teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook, where new customers can bet $5 and get $200 back in bonus bets if your bet wins. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on star player props and in-progress games right as they happen. To get started, use promo code FAVORITES when signing up at DraftKings. Again, use code FAVORITES when signing up and bet $5 to get $200 back in bonus bets if your bet wins. The crown is yours.
The Lions in the late 4:00 window. This was the last one to wrap up. It was a wild, epic finish that went the way of the Steelers, even though the Lions were on the doorstep of scoring a touchdown. But anyway, Pittsburgh wins. They go to 9-6. The Ravens are sitting at 7-7. They're 2.5 games back, and now they have the Patriots coming into the house. 3.5-point favorites, total sitting at 48.5. I think we have some consensus on the pod. I am not on a side here, but between you two, Kendra nominated the Ravens, and Stuckey, I believe you're on Baltimore as well. Would I be right about that?
You bet.
All right. Do we want anything else in this game before we move on, or any final push to the audience for why the Ravens are a good bet, or are they still a good bet? Because now you're getting 3 and a hook.
I wouldn't bet it now. I mean, I needed 3 or like 3 minus 120. Hold on. I'm just looking at inactives here. All questionables are active for The Patriots.
Lane's out, obviously, still. I'm concerned about Marcus Jones because one of the reporters up here mentioned that he had his injury designation was a lower body. I think it was a knee, but he said last week after the game he was having a really hard time getting his shoulder pads off, hinting at some sort of upper body injury as well. So I'm a little bit concerned about him. That would be my only question mark there. But Rashad Bateman being in for the Ravens is huge.
Stanley's in.
Hamilton's in.
Hamilton is, I think, is in. He was testing his
He is,
ankle.
yeah.
That I mean, they needed him, so Wuzier's out. But yeah, I mean, the Patriots' run D has been abysmal for about 2 months. The Ravens' run game is cooking. I think that's ultimately going to be the difference. And this Patriots team finally has to deal with some injuries. Secondary is not fully healthy, dealing with some nagging injuries there. Spillane being out, Milton Williams, their left tackle now. I mean, Verdarian Lowe is a traffic cone now instead of Will Campbell. So, yeah, I think the Ravens get it done at home. Lamar Jackson never lost weeks 15 through 18. I think he's 16-4 against the spread in December, or
Wow.
over that span.
And he's
So,
great in prime time too.
yeah, I think the Ravens get it done at home. Patriots, look, they play the easiest schedule in the NFL. Besides Josh, I mean, of the 10 quarterbacks they've beat, seven are either rookies or benched. And they've been extremely fortunate with fumbles on fourth downs. May's gotten away with some throws. And here's I think one of the biggest differences tonight. The Ravens, one of their main issues this year, like Lamar's looked better, incrementally better each week, but they have struggled mightily in the red zone. But the Patriots have the worst red zone defense in the NFL, dead last in red zone touchdown percentage allowed. So if the Ravens are able to cap off drives with six, then I think they're in good shape here. But massive game. Steelers fans now are all huge Patriots fans because if the Ravens lose, uh, Steelers can clinch the division with a win against the Browns. But don't count out the Browns next week. I'm just telling you, at home against the
If they're at
Steelers.
home, we never count out the Browns anymore. We don't do that.
Nope.
Not on this podcast.
Nope. I will be looking at the Browns next week. But yeah, I like the Ravens.
In the Patriots plus 155 on the money line tonight. Evan, I imagine the Patriots, last I checked, still catching a pretty heavy percentage of the overall ticket volume. Would I be right about that?
Yeah, 78% right now for New England. And at 22%, this would be the lowest bet percentage in Lamar Jackson's career. So that is where we sit at the moment.
That is telling. All right. The best of the number is definitely gone. If for some reason the Patriots drive the field and score a touchdown to open this game, I'm gonna join you guys on the Ravens. If not, I'm just gonna sit this one out. Let's go to Monday Night Football.
You're gonna spend the whole game looking at Quinn Ewers stats for next week.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's like that. What's the meme of Wolverine where he's like holding the mirror and he's just like petting it? That's gonna be
Yeah,
Kravitz with
right.
Glenn Ewers.
If that'll definitely be me if the Ravens are up 21-0 in the first quarter. Be wishing I was riding this wave with you guys. But yeah, you just wait. I'm going to come up with a pretty good case for it, for why we should be betting the Dolphins next week, but we'll just use that as a tease for Tuesday's episode. 49ers at the Colts on Monday Night Football. The Colts catching now, we're down to 5. So the Colts continue to take money here. Total sitting at 46.5. This line was 6.5 earlier in the week. Let's get to our DraftKings Monday Night Football Fast Pass Parlay before we settle in for the night game. Do we want to go back to the well here with what we had discussed the other day? I've got no problem nominating once again my favorite player prop on the planet, and that is Phillip Rivers under half a rushing yard, minus 170. Add it to the ticket. Kendra?
I can't decline it on Sundays. So that's just, it is what it is. I told you guys on our Thursday show that I was already on the 49ers, going to stick with it here. I think it's the better side. I would take it up to a touchdown in on the 49ers. I'm fading Father Philip at 44 years old, however many alliterations I can get in one sentence for the rest of eternity.
I will. I don't know. I got to ask production. Do I have to keep what's in there right now, or can I change it?
You can change it back. Do whatever you want.
All right. What's Taylor just rushing yards? What's his yardage prop?
Great question. Let's see. He is at 98.5.
Perfect. Over.
Mash.
Uh, I'm on the Colts. I disagree with Kendra here, but it's six or better. Um, I just think the line's too high. I mean, the 49ers, who have they played over the past couple weeks? This defense still can't get pressure. They cannot stop the run. Um, I think you're going to get a great effort from the Colts here. And like Rivers, I thought looked way better than I anticipated given the circumstances. On the road at Seattle, first action in 5 years. Now you're at home. You've had a game under your belt, and you're going up against a horrendous defense that gets no pressure, that just will let you dink and dunk. They can't stop the run. I think Taylor has a big day. So I like the home team, but we'll go with Taylor over 98.5 rushing yards. I think he goes
All
for
right,
like
only
130.
let me put this one together. Under. All right. We are at. No, that price isn't right. All right, give me a second. Kendra,
The price
talk
is
about
not
something
right.
weird. Talk about something weird while I find this proper pricing.
Well, Kendra, which games Saints blow out the Jets. I mean, who cares? Bills hold on against the Browns. Pretty ugly second half from Buffalo.
We haven't even
Herbert,
been able to talk about the Packers Bears game.
that was
Right.
the
It feels like it
Bears
was
have
3 days ago with all the football we've watched.
the Bears have like are we headed to a Bears Jags Super Bowl? The Bears have some magic this year. I mean, like,
It's the matcha and nail polish. Get with it, America.
that was insane. I mean, like, just get getting one onside kick in the NFL is like, what is it, 7% since they changed the rules? That was insane. Caleb made some incredible throws. That throw to end the game was awesome. The fourth down. I mean, poor
It's
Packers.
America's team right now.
America's team is them, and then I think Ole Miss in college. Everyone's got to root for Ole Miss after Lane left. But yeah, incredible win for the Bears, who clinched a playoff spot, I believe, right? With the Lions loss.
I
Yeah.
would think so.
All right, Kravitz, what's our price?
All right. We have under half a rushing yard for old man Phillip Rivers, over 98.5 rushing yards for Jonathan Taylor, and the 49ers -5 plus 425 over on DraftKings, where the crown is yours.
We were so close to 420.
Brandon, before you sign off, we have
Some
Christmas
line
week.
movement. Is this what you were going to tell me? Because this is pretty significant.
What?
Oh, well, I saw the Ravens pop to -4.5, and now it's back down to 3.5. So that action got taken care of rather quickly. But anyway, go on.
No, I was gonna say for people curious on the schedule, we have Christmas on Thursday, Christmas Eve Wednesday. So there'll be no Thursday show, so we'll do everything on Tuesday.
Everything's Tuesday. Yep.
That's right. Feature heavy. We're planting flags. We're slapping parlays together. Stucky's asking us weird questions, all the stuff that you're into here on the favorites, and then we'll send you into Christmas with some bad NFL games. The favorites will return on Tuesday, super episode before the Christmas break, right here on the Action Network YouTube page, where we talk week 17 in the NFL. Good luck with your bets tonight. We'll see you next time here on the favorites. I'm going to go stare at a picture of Quinn Ewers. This episode has been presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Go Ravens.